Hey everybody, welcome back. And in this video, we are going to read some words with two of our different groups of vowel sounds, the long and short vowel. Okay, long and short vowel sounds. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our board, and I'm going to scoot you back. So I believe we can see the entire board and it's focused. Okay, all right, hopefully that will do us. Okay, now, as we read words, those five vowels, A, E, I, O, U, are very important, okay? Because every word, every syllable has at least one vowel. Now, you can have more than one, but you need at least one, okay? And vowels can be different sounds and patterns in a word, okay? So let's go ahead and start with our first group of vowel sounds, the short vowels, okay? And this is how we get a short vowel sound in a word. We can think of that last consonant sound as the door. Okay? And you can see how it's closed at the end. And in each of these words, that vowel is closed up by itself, usually squeezed in the middle of the word, quick and short. We do not have another vowel with it, so it can be long and say its name. It's not at the end where it can be long and say its name on its own. So this is a short vowel, closed up by itself. Okay, so give me the short vowel sound. Short A says ah, short E says eh, short I says I, short O says ah, and short U says okay, now let's go ahead and read our words with short vowel sounds. And one way to read words is to sound them out, where we make the sounds of the letters in the word and then blend and put them together. Okay, so please say this with me, do this with me, follow along. We're going to sound out as we need to and read these words. So let's go. Stand, stand, trek, trek, chip, chip, lost, snug, snug. Okay? So this is a short vowel, closed up by itself. Now, I want you to take a look at the first word, stand, and if I add ing to the end, now the word becomes standing. Okay? Ing, those three letters together, we usually read as ing. Okay? So now the word is standing. And ing is a very common word ending or suffix. So when we add that on to the end of a word, it can mean that it's happening right now. Like you are standing right now. For real. I want you to stand up. So you're standing. Okay? And I would like you to read these five short vowel words. And as you read each word, do a jumping jack. Okay? And get some exercise in. So stop the video, read these words. As you read them, do your jumping jacks. Okay? Then click back on and we'll continue. Okay, now let's go into our long vowel sounds where the vowel says its name. A, E, I, O, U, or oo. And a lot of times with a long vowel sound, we have two vowels together for the sound. Either magic E at the end with a consonant in between our two vowels, or we can have two vowels side by side as a vowel team. And with magic E and vowel team, that's when we use the two vowel rule for a long vowel sound. Now, I already have the words marked for the two vowel rule, but let's say it anyway. Okay? We can think of the two vowels as friends on a walk. And on that walk, the first vowel does all of the talking, saying its name. And the second vowel does just the walking and stays silent and listens like a good friend. Okay? So we might have two vowels, but they make just one sound together, a long vowel sound, with just the first vowel making the sound saying its name. So look, guys, it's easy. Whatever vowel is first, say the name of that vowel, and that's the only sound you're going to make for the two vowels in these words. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's sound out as we need to and read these words, and please do this with me. Okay, A magic E together will be long A. The A is first. Let's read this with A. Aid, made. E magic E together will be long E. The E is first. Let's read this with East. E, Steve. I magic E together will be long I. The I is first. Let's read this with I, fire. Now, even though we have an R here, it's not going to be a bossy R, I-R-R. We have magic E at the end. So with the magic E, we're still going to have a long vowel sound with the first vowel saying its name. So this is going to have long I, fire. That R is just the consonant in between. Okay, O magic E together will be long O. The O is first. Let's read this with O. Spoke. U magic E together will be long U. That U is first. So let's read this with oo. Flute. And in that one, the long U is oo. Now, magic E is not always last. Okay? Sometimes we can have an ending after it. Like if I add a D to fire, now magic E is part of an ed ending d. So now the word becomes fired, like in the past. Like we fired up the old car last night. Okay? Alrighty, and a lot of times that ed ending we read just like a d, and that's another common suffix or ending, which means something has happened in the past. Okay, take a look at the word flute. If I add an s to it, now it's flutes, more than one. That's another common word ending or suffix. Okay, so sometimes magic E is not always last. Sometimes we can have an ending after it. Okay, what I would like you to do is I would like you to stop the video and I would like you to read these 5 magic E words. Okay, and as you read them, do your jumping jacks, get a workout. Okay, when you've finished, click back on and we'll continue. Okay, now let's go into our vowel teams. It's the same rule. The first vowel says its name. And these are our vowel teams in a word. So we will have a long vowel sound. We also know 2 vowels side by side can be a special diphthong, but we'll practice those later. Okay, because many times our 2 vowels side by side will be a vowel team and make a long vowel sound. So let's go. Okay, AI together will be long A. The A is first. Let's read this with A. Wait. AY together will be long A. The A is first. Let's read this with A. Say, and there's Y being part of this vowel sound. EA together will be long E. The E is first. Let's read this with beak. EE together will be long E. The E is first. Let's read this with wheel. IE together will be long I. The I is first, so let's read this with I. Try. Now, IE can also be E, okay? But we're just going to do it for I right now. OA together will be long O. The O is first, so let's read this with Rome. OW together will be long O. That O is first. Okay, so let's read this with O, blow. Now, W is not really a vowel, but it works like a vowel in this. And we also know OW can say ow and be a special diphthong, but it's O in this. Okay, a vowel team, long O, blow. Okay, OE together will be long O. The O is first. Let's read this with foe. Okay, and UE together will be long U. The U is first. Let's read this with do. Okay, and in this one, the long U is oo. And this is due like my books are due tomorrow. Okay, like when I have to return something. Okay, if we take a look here with magic E and vowel team, that vowel is not closed up by itself, quick and short. Okay, another vowel is there. Now that first vowel can be long and say its name. And if we look at our vowel teams, a lot of them do come in the middle where we do need that second vowel so the first vowel can be long and say its name. But some of them come at the end where we don't really need that other vowel to make a long vowel sound. But we just have to remember some vowel teams can come at the end, like AY, OW, OE, and UE a lot of times come at the end. Okay? All right, it can come at the end of a word or syllable. Okay, Now, I would like you to pause the video. I would like you to stand up, and I would like you to read all of these vowel team words. And as you read them, do your jumping jacks. When you have finished, click back on, and we'll finish up this video. Okay, let's take a look here at our last group. If we move the vowel to the end, now it can open and say its name on its own. Make a long vowel sound on its own. Okay? Without the help of another vowel. It's completely free and open at the end. So let's read these with long vowels. Per a, pray, st, e, sti, I, ri, cur, o, crow, you, mew. Now, some of those are nonsense words, but nonsense words can be syllables or parts of bigger words. Like mew is the first syllable in music, and that's a true long U in that word. Okay? Alrighty. Y follows the same open or follows the same open vowel pattern. Okay? Because when we move Y to the end of a word, that's when it can become a vowel and make a long vowel sound, okay, at the end on its own. Okay, now it usually says long I at the end of a little one-syllable word where it's the only vowel sound. So let's read this word with I. I, cry. It usually says long E at the end of a longer word where there's another vowel sound, another syllable with it. So if we look here, we have E before a double consonant, two L's. And when a vowel comes before a double consonant, it usually makes a short sound on its own. So this is going to be short E. So smell, smell, and then the Y is going to say E. Smell, E, smelly. Like my shoes were quite smelly. Okay, and again, this is when Y can become a vowel, when we move it to the end and it makes a long vowel sound on its own at the end, like when it says I and E. Okay, alrighty. Now, I would like you to pause the video and I would like you to stand and I would like you to read these words here where the vowel's long on its own at the end. So, as you read them, do your jumping jacks. And when you finish, click back on and we'll finish. Okay, so to close out of what we've done here, you can see with our long vowel sounds, we have three different ways to make them. Magic E and vowel team, the two vowels together, or by itself, usually at the end. So three different ways for a long vowel sound. This is a great big group of vowel sounds with different patterns. Okay, so now we've read words with our long and short vowel sounds both. Okay, alrighty. Hopefully you got some exercise in with your jumping jacks, and I will see you in the next video.